Welcome back to Paneer and Pancakes. I'm Vaaruni Joshi, and grab a snack, get comfy, and let's dive right in. So today's the day before Diwali. At least it's going up the day before Diwali. So here's a letter to Diwali itself. Dear Diwali, it's me again. Last year, Diwali was kind of insane. Well, that was a very nice way to put it. It was absolutely chaotic. It was insane to the point where when I went to bed that night, I kind of remember being like, hey, like this is actually like 3 years in one day. It's always crazy having Diwali on a school day, but I think last year was a different level. I remember a couple years ago, I think I was in 8th grade, possibly 7th grade, I don't remember, when Diwali was on a Sunday night, but it wasn't much better because I still had school the next day. And I remember there being like, oh, this was 8th grade. I had a report due in science and an essay due in social studies. And I remember I was almost done with them, but I was just trying to finish them up. And I literally spent the entire day working on the essays and I still wasn't done. So I very clearly remember between people coming to our house, I would sneak upstairs and work on my essay. Well, not really sneak. I was going up there like working and coming down and working and coming back down. It was kind of crazy. But last year was a different world. It was like I was so split. I was constantly thinking, I think I had a math test or something the next day. I don't remember what it was. I very clearly remember though I was studying so much and the day felt so long and the evening felt so long, which obviously the evening felt long in a good way, but after a very long school day I was so stressed out. And I hate being stressed out on the Diwali. That's like not fun. And I can't remember the past couple years, I can't remember not being stressed out on Diwali. But this year we got extremely lucky. Diwali is not only like we don't have what's the word? I'm totally blanking. Oh yeah, we don't have school in the Diwali, but also it's a long weekend, so I am really excited about that. It's going to be so nice to actually be able to appreciate the entire weekend and like not be in a rush and like, oh my gosh, no like juggling and like, oh, it's gonna be so much better. It's gonna be so much calmer. It's gonna be so much more real, honestly, because I think sometimes like when in the years past things have always been like very go, you know, like there's always so many like parties in people's houses and family friends, and like obviously the day of the Diwali is so chaotic and everything, but I think like I don't know if this is just like me being an introvert or just like everyone's feeling this, but I think this year Diwali is just gonna be a lot softer and like a lot calmer, you know, and I'm like really excited about that because it's like a chance to like truly appreciate it for what it is. And I think this is something that just comes with like growing up, like your celebrations and the way you celebrate evolves. And I'm honestly really excited about it. I think that's amazing because now like we can focus on like the core, you know, like actually what Diwali means and like who the people you're actually surrounding yourself with, you know, just because there's no like the glitz and the glitter and the glamour of parties. See what I did there? I'm actually an alliteration genius. I don't know if you guys know that. Yeah, like even though there's not all of the like fun of the parties, I guess you get to choose exactly who is like important enough like to like be with you, you know, like out of your friends and like your family friends, and like it's just so amazing to focus on like what makes the Diwali and not like the extras of it, if that makes sense. Which I love going to the Diwali parties, don't get me wrong, but I think with my world, especially like speeding up as a high schooler, like my world just speeding up every day, and I don't think it's getting any slower, honestly. I just have more and more things to think about every day. I think it's really nice to keep Diwali as something just like closer to my heart and like closer to what's more important, you know, because there's plenty of opportunities to do all of that later. And Diwali just being Diwali is so simple that it's like so encouraging for me, and like I'm so excited because there's like takes out like half of the stress, you know, and when the stress is gone, that's when I can really focus on why I love it so much. You know, like some things never change. Like I like the evening of Diwali when all the diyas are lit and like all the lights are on, I genuinely think that like glow, like that specific night, it literally looks the same as when I was in like 4th grade. I will literally argue that to the end of my days. It looks the exact same no matter what changes, because that's just like the beauty, you know? And, you know, like, it's just like so amazing, because like also like with like the years passing, like there's just so many like more fun things to look forward to, more like traditions, you know? Like we always do fireworks with our neighbors, and so we like coordinate and we go out together, and it's like so much fun, you know? And we've been doing it for so many years now, so it's just kind of become routine. And all the houses in our on our street, we all basically go out at the same time, so it's like the entire street is like a mess, and like no cars can get through, which is kind of bad because we're kind of like a main street in our neighborhood. And also like it's so fun to see like how all the houses change in the neighborhood, like their lighting options change each year, you know, like, and like what they do. And so like when people change their lighting, like we notice that, and it's so fun to like be like, oh my gosh, they did something different this year, which we have done something different this year, and I don't know how I feel about it yet. I think I like it, I'm pretty sure I do, but I don't know, I just feel like it's missing something. We normally go for colored lights, but we did a very like all white-ish, yellowish, and it's looked very good. It looks really elegant, but I just feel like, I don't know, I think we just need more of the lights. We only put like half of them up so far, so yeah. Okay, I just went on a total tangent. The point is, your celebrations can evolve, but it doesn't mean they're evolving in a bad way, and finding like comfort and like joy in the smaller moments is really important too, I think. So yeah, I think that Diwali this year is really teaching me a lot more about like priorities, if that makes sense, and like just focusing on what's important, you know? And I'm so incredibly excited for seeing like some of the family friends that we maybe don't see all the time, because we're just so busy all the time, you know? And like talking and just connecting again. Some of these people I haven't seen since like last Diwali. And then also just because Diwali's not on a school day this year, I'm like bursting with joy. I genuinely am so excited, because the entire day can feel like Diwali. And sometimes I think going to school doesn't make it feel like that. Like even if I wear traditional, even if I am saying happy Diwali to every single person I see in the hallways, like all my friends, it doesn't feel like Diwali when you're at school, because that's only in the class changes, you know? When you're at when you're in class, you're still doing your calculus, you know? Nothing really feels different. And I'm excited for Diwali just to feel like Diwali this year. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really glad that even though it's changing in such a positive way, I'd say. And yeah, so yeah, until next year, I hope you all have a wonderful and joyous Diwali, and eat lots of sweets, because you have a very good excuse. And yeah, until next episode, but Diwali until next year. So yeah, I'm very, very excited for this Diwali. I don't know if I've said that enough, but I genuinely don't think you guys understand. Like, I don't have to do any work before, like, Diwali, you know? Like, I don't have to do any work on Diwali. It's amazing. I'm so excited. Anyway, yeah. So, if I have not made that clear, I hope I have now. So, yeah. Thanks for listening to Paneer and Pancakes. Don't forget to subscribe and review us on Spotify and YouTube, and follow us on Instagram and updates for more content. Wait. No, I said that wrong. Oh my god. Review us on Spotify and YouTube, and follow us on Instagram for updates and more content. I don't know what I said before, but I do not think it was right. Maybe it was, and I'm just losing my mind. Thanks for tuning in today, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Happy Diwali. Bye.